You've watched a dozen of these. And every time, the models never have hair like ours. So you've never seen what that cut would really do. Almost every haircut video treats two different things as one word. Fine is not the same as thinning, and that is a big, big difference. 5 cuts get recommended to us more than any others. One you'll be handed by default. And for one of the 2 types, it's the worst possible choice. It was never your hair. It was that the cut was chosen for the wrong problem. First, 2 minutes, 1 mirror, 1 overhead light. I'm not a stylist. I won't pretend to be. What I have is one distinction that gets measured 2 completely different ways, and that almost nobody explains to us. It comes from a study that measured them separately and found they move on 2 different curves. Because think about it, everything else in your wardrobe you can return. A haircut you live with for months. It's the one decision you can't take back. So today, which of the 2 you actually have? Which of the 5 is dangerous for your head? And there are 6 words that change what happens once you're in that chair, even if your stylist has never cut hair like yours before. 2 minutes, 1 mirror, let's do it now, before a single cut gets named. Because everything after this depends on which answer you get. Fine is the thickness of 1 strand. Thin is how many strands you still have, 2 different measurements, on 2 completely different curves. You can have a whole head of baby fine hair. You can also be coarse and sparse. And both of them look the same in the mirror, it just lays flat. That is exactly why the wrong advice sounds so reasonable, and nothing suddenly happened to your hair at 60. For years, each strand was getting thicker, while the number that actually showed up was quietly dropping, and the one covered for the other. Then the covering stopped. That's all. So, overhead light on. Part your hair down the middle. Look at the width of that line at the front. Then look again at the crown. A line that widens toward the back is telling you about density, not thickness. Now gather your ends in one hand. A wispy taper that comes to a point is density. Weightless, but still with body, is fineness. And the light will tell you too. Fine hair shines along the strand. Sparse hair shines off the scalp. 3 answers. Fine, but not sparse. Sparse, or both. And both is the most common answer. And it is not the worst one. It only means both verdicts apply to you. And the part nobody says out loud, just over half of us have some degree of this after menopause. Of those, nearly 3 in 4 are the mildest grade there is. This is a cutting problem, not a medical one. Because scissors can't add a strand or thicken one. All they can do is move weight. So every cut is a bet on which problem you have, and one of these 5 gets handed to both types without anyone checking first. The first one has a name. It's called the taper. Layers. Not a bad haircut. The most requested one there is. Layers take length off at staggered levels, so the weight sitting around the outside moves upward. On a head with enough strands, that's exactly the trick. But think about where your ends already are. On sparse hair, the ends are the thinnest part of the whole head. Take more off them, and you don't get lift, you get stringy tails. That phrase, so thin on the ends, comes up again and again. One woman said it better than I can. Layers made her hair look even finer and messy as anything. Another kept being offered layers for fine hair and always felt they made hers look thinner. She wasn't imagining it. The perimeter, that bottom edge, is the only place left where your hair still reads as one solid mass. Layering spends it. So, the first split verdict, fine but not sparse. Layers are genuinely your friend, as long as they come out of the crown, not the ends. That's the same root lift principle this channel has recommended before. It still holds, and it holds for you. Sparse. Every layer is strands you don't get back for a long time. Blunt beats layered. Both, crown only, nothing below the jaw. So why does everyone tell you the opposite? You'll see soft layers recommended for fine hair everywhere. That advice isn't wrong. It was written for the other head. It isn't you. It's that the cut was built for a problem you don't have. 1 line, for the chair. Take the weight out at the crown. Leave my ends blunt. And one of these 5 you will never catch in a mirror, because it happens somewhere you don't look. Layers and thinning are not the same decision, and almost nobody tells you which one is being made on your head. Layering takes off length. At levels, that's a shape decision. Thinning shears take out a proportion of your strands at the same length. That's a density decision, made on hair whose problem may already be density. Not one of the big videos on this separates them. And this is the only cut on the list you cannot undo, because the strands that get cut don't vanish. They grow, at different lengths, and they stand up around your parting like a halo of short little flyaways. Gaps and holes, that's how it gets described. On dense hair, that halo hides underneath the rest. On sparse hair, there is no rest. It's just there, in the light, at the front, and no better haircut fixes it. It has to grow out. Second split verdict. Fine but not sparse. Acceptable in tiny amounts, ends only, and only if your hair is heavy enough to sit back down. Sparse, no. Not the ends, not the crown, not just a little to soften it. Both. Treat yourself as sparse. And that is the standing rule for the rest of this video. When the two verdicts disagree, sparse always wins. One tool, 4 names: thinning shears, texturizing shears, blending, point cutting, or softening it up. Same decision. The ask, no thinning shears anywhere. If you want to soften it, use the scissor angle. Not by taking hair out. That sentence is one of the 6 words. The rest come at the end. Picture the chair, the gown, and someone saying, "At your age, short is easier." Nobody has parted your hair. Nobody has looked at your crown under the light. It's just what gets said. One woman wrote that every stylist she's tried only does 3 to 5 cuts on everyone. Here's the mechanism, and it's why this one matters most. What you see as thinness is contrast. Your scalp reflects light. Your hair absorbs it. So the shorter the hair, the more scalp sits inside every lit square inch, and overhead light lands hardest exactly where you're most exposed. The crown, the parting. I want to stop here for a second. None of this is a rule. You do not need anyone's permission for your own head, least of all mine. But if you have sat in that chair and come out feeling like it didn't work and couldn't say why, you were handed advice written for a different head, and you were right. It wasn't working. Third split verdict. Fine but not sparse. Short can be superb. The biggest transformation on this whole list lives right here. Less length, less weight, and the crown finally stands up on its own. Sparse, especially at the crown or the temples. Short magnifies it. The shorter it gets, the flatter and thinner it reads, and you were not imagining that either. Length is coverage, and coverage is not hiding. Both. Length to the jaw, weight kept at the perimeter. And this is the one, the cut I told you about in the first 30 seconds. Handed to you by default, and the worst possible choice for one of the 2 types. Which brings me to the opposite problem. Because there's a cut on this list that is genuinely the best trick there is, right up until your hairline has already moved. Now, face framing pieces, curtain shapes, and I want to be very clear before I say anything else. These are the best trick there is. They pull the eye across your face at its widest, brightest point, and they soften the jaw. This channel has recommended them. That recommendation stands, with one condition: an intact hairline at the front. Because the temples and the front hairline are usually the first places density goes. A receding hairline on both sides. Thinning temples. Those are your words, not mine. And a framing piece cut into a sparse temple does something very specific. It takes the few strands that were covering the thinnest square inch on your whole head and cuts them shorter, so they no longer reach. What you see afterwards is wispy nothing at the temple, and a hairline that looks further back than it did before you sat down. Fourth split verdict. Fine, with an intact hairline, yes. This is the highest value item on the entire list. Sparse temples, or a front that has moved. The framing has to start behind the thin zone, never inside it. Those strands are load-bearing, both. Longer framing, starting at the cheekbone, never above it. And here's the check you can run before you agree to anything. In the chair, before the scissors come out. Push your front hairline back with one fingertip, and look at where the density actually begins. That is where framing may start. Not a millimeter in front of it, which leaves one more. And that one, nobody ever shows you. There is one part of your haircut you have never seen. Not once. Not properly. It's the back. The stacked, graduated, A-line back, cut short and angled up. The weight piled high at the back of the skull. The nape taken down to almost nothing. It's one of the most requested shapes there is. And there's a reason. It looks superb from the front, which is the only angle anyone ever shows it from. But for a lot of us, the nape is already the sparsest zone on the whole head, and it sits directly under both the overhead light and the light behind you. Take it down to nothing, and the back of your head reads see-through. At the exact angle you never check. Hand mirror, bathroom mirror, back turned, overhead light on, 10 seconds. Most of us have never once looked. And do it before the next appointment, not after, so you know what you're protecting. Which is the other half of those 6 words. So, the fifth split verdict. Fine, but not sparse. Stacking is how you get the lift at the back that fine hair will never hold on its own. Keep it. Sparse at the nape. Keep that perimeter blunt and level. A stacked nape is subtraction from an account that is already low. Both, soft graduation, and nothing shorter than about 2 fingers above the hairline. That's the one you could never catch in a mirror. Now you can. But there's a question you can't answer in here. You have to go outside. You leave the salon. You love it. Then you walk to the car. And by the time you get there, it's gone. One woman put it exactly. Whatever the cut, the wind hits it and it doesn't hold. That was the most agreed with thing in all of this research. And it cuts both ways. On fine hair, product isn't a volume decision. It's a weight decision. Too much drags the whole thing flat. It won't hold. That's the phrase, over and over. One rule, then, for any cut you're ever offered. Does the shape hold when it's air-dried and you haven't touched it? If it needs a round brush and a can to exist, the cut is doing none of the work. And you already know which verdicts survive that. The blunt perimeter survives it. The unstacked nape survives it. The crown lift doesn't. That one always needs help. And a cut that collapses halfway to the next appointment is a cut you're paying for twice. And 3 ways in. On your own, the 2 tests and the nape check. No appointment, no money, at a standard salon, crown knot ends, and no thinning shears. Or a consultation with someone who specializes, when the scalp shows in every light. And to those of you past 70, someone asked for a video made for you, and the answer has been silence. Past 70, density usually falls further. The sparse verdict wins more often. And coverage first stops being a compromise and becomes the plan. That includes regrowth after illness, thinning from medication, alopecia, a scalp that shows in every light. None of that is a smaller version of this video. It is the middle of it. Coverage is not hiding. And all of it comes down to one thing that isn't the cut at all. It's the asking. Under the biggest haircut video I found, the top comment doesn't name a haircut at all. It says, it's not about the right haircut. It's about finding a hairdresser who knows how to cut and style it. I understand why people land there. I don't quite agree. Because you don't need a different salon. You need 6 words that make any competent stylist cut for the right problem. This is how to say it. Cut it for density, not thickness. That's it. That's the sentence. It isn't a salon term, and I won't pretend it is. It's just the clearest way I've found to put it. It works because it tells them which of your 2 problems they're cutting for, before they pick anything up. Then 2 sentences behind it. 1. Where weight can come out and where it can't. Crown yes, ends no, or the reverse, depending on your answer. 2. No thinning shears, anywhere. And 1 more, for when you feel pressure to agree to something you didn't come in for. I'd rather keep the length than take the risk today. Say it once, plainly. You don't owe anyone the second half of that sentence. And bring a photo, but not the one you've been bringing. Not the cut you want, on a head that isn't yours. Because the models do not have fine, thin hair. and you can't see how it will land on you. Bring a photo of hair like yours. The best one, your own, a few weeks after a cut you liked, and if they say no, no confrontation. Nobody is firing their stylist over this. Ask them to do the least reversible half today, and book the rest. Fewer, better chosen cuts beat frequent maintenance on the wrong shape. That's all 6 of them. You're not asking for a favor. You're asking someone to look at your head before they cut it. That's all this ever was. So, 2 problems, not 1, and you know which one is yours now. 5 cuts, each with 2 verdicts, and when they disagree, sparse wins. That's the whole system, and it fits in a sentence. The default crop, the one you'd never seen at the back, and 6 words for the chair. You have all 3 now. And you're not trying to look like you used to. You're trying to walk out of a salon feeling lighter. That is a completely different thing, and it's the one you can actually have. You deserve a cut chosen for the head you actually have. So tell me which one you are. Fine, thinning or both. 1 word is enough. I read them all, and both is the one I hear most.